Oh, wait till she's done. Come get started.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I'm Carter. I founded this group, based off of a seminar I went to in Asheville, with Dr. Stephen Greer's, and he put on a similar kind of lecture where he talked about the existence of extraterrestrials, why the government's hiding the truth, and what life is like on for other extraterrestrial races, and what life could be like for us. He talked a bunch about free energy, and then afterwards, of course, he put on the CE5 event. So from there, I got an email from some of the people that went to it, and they put together a collective list of everybody that's gone to the seminars. And then from there, I picked everybody local and sent out an email and said, okay, well, let's do something, within our area, so we don't have to travel so far or spend so much money. And then I got responses. Nobody from this area responded, but I got a bunch of people in the Richmond area that responded. So we met up in there, and that's kind of where the group was born. Came up with the ideas of what to do. The first couple of things that I put on, I did at a venue called the Mystic Moon on Military Highway, and it didn't really take off there. And then my greatest idea was to do it here, because I would think there would be more like-minded people to get involved with here. Also just the basic energy that's involved with the place. I mean, from what I understand, Edgar Casey chose this position because of a vortex of energy that sits out on the beach out there, and I think that would be good too. Then we do the CE5 event, which is basically it's stargazing, meditation, out of body, remote viewing, try to connect telepathically, to get visitors to come in. And I just envisioned that it would be a good place to do it there. So it came to fruition. I started talking with Peter Woodbury, and he was kind enough to let me use the rooms. So we started doing it here last year, and did it 3 times last year, to a certain degree of success. We had each time we had a light ship that flew over twice. It would start in the south, and it was just a plain white light, and move from the south all the way to the north. And then the second time, that was the first and third time, and then the second time, the light ship started in the south, and then took a 90-degree turn and headed out to sea. And we've been doing this for a while, so it's obvious. You can tell when it's an aircraft, because they have obvious red, green nav lights and strobes. So that the casual observer could be observant enough to know that it wasn't an aircraft. And also the ones that were going south and north could have been like the space station or satellite or something. But I went home, I checked heavens above, which pretty much places where all the satellites are at, and there was nothing in the area. And then the second time, well, satellites just don't take a 90-degree turn and head out to sea. So that's that. So I put our blogs or site, our blog group is on Yahoo. So I recommend everybody to join. I've got extra paper if anybody wants to write it down and take notes or anything like that. I got a ton of paper over there. But if you go to Yahoo and you go to the group section, and then you just type search for EVETCG, you'll find the group, and then you can just sign up and join in on the blogs, find out when the next event is. Hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Okay.
So Yeah, find out when the next event is. So well, we typically do this in warm weather because it goes in conjunction with the C5, which was called a close encounter of the fifth kind, by the way. So it's human initiated. I mean, most close encounters are initiated, you know, by extraterrestrials, and that's what, you know, close encounter of the third kind and fourth kind contact comes from. It's usually the person isn't expecting it. Well, Stephen Greer came up with the CE5, called it of the fifth kind, because it's human initiated. We go into a meditative state, reach out telepathically, and, you know, try to guide them in, you know, for face-to-face meeting. And so we were meeting in Richmond, and I was staying in a hotel there, and I came up with our mission statement. So I just want to read this to you guys so you understand what the mission of the group is. It says, we exist to promote peace between all mankind so we may function as one people of planet Earth, which is pretty important. We need to stop warring and arguing and get over the separation and evolve on. It says, we will make contact with extraterrestrial races for the purpose of friendship, fellowship, seeking truth, wisdom, knowledge, and advice as we prepare for enlightenment and ascension to a new dimension, become part of the galactic community. Again, you know, talking about, you know, evolving on and moving on to bigger and better things. Yeah, everybody good? Okay. All right. So we do have a couple more seats up here next to Dan. He doesn't bite, I think. He might. It says, we will shed light and truth on all cover-ups, black ops, hidden agendas, or misleading treaties by any member of the human race or any extraterrestrial race. Basically, you know, if anybody tries to pull a fast one on them, you know, I'll expose it. You know, because there's a lot of psyops that go on, disinformation, you know, bad treaties that were signed between our government and extraterrestrial races, which I'll get into in a little bit. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And it says, we exist to provide guidance to all who seek a life of peace, love, and joy in the light, to ascend into alignment and merge into a new cycle of existence. So this is basically just preparation for what's coming with the Earth changes and you know, our rapid evolution. That's pretty much on the precipice of what's going on right now. And I'm not going to dive into that a little bit later too, because so I don't want to go into that any further. So that's who we are. That's the mission statement. That's what we do. You know, basically, you know, we want to reach out and make contact because, you know, I don't want to act like I know it all, and certainly we don't know everything about the universe, and it'd be nice to learn from those that do. So, okay, so I think we got more people in here. Did your visitor come in?
No.
No, not yet.
Here.
Okay, we did kind of a round robin just to get comfortable and know everybody. My name's Carter Bolger. I founded and run the group, and just kind of go around the room. I guess, you know, we can say our names, introduce ourselves. This is Dan. We'll start here.
I'm Dan. I'm a volunteer here at the ARE.
Hi there.
I'm Stacy. I work at the Casey Riley School.
I'm Mike, professor.
I'm Ed. I'm volunteer here as well. I'm Amanda. I'm a student at the Casey Riley School.
I'm Heidi. I'm Rebecca. I am a friend and visiting for this weekend with Omnia and Neil Helm.
But Rebecca is very much a UFO fancier and participating, has spoke at a number of groups. I'm Neil Helm. My whole career is in space science. And I was on the government commission to look at space events, but it was a whitewash. We were, even though many of us had clearances, we were never given the clearances to really look at anything of any interest. So it was just a whitewash thing.
Right.
Largely.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm Barbara.
Barbara?
I'm a volunteer here and I'm a chiropractor and travel agent.
Okay.
I'm Judy. I'm a chiropractor and an artist.
Awesome. Now I know who to talk to when my back's broke.
Ah,
And I don't have a hot tub either, so I need some of that. I play in a band and you know, lift a lot of heavy equipment, and after 30-some years, it's taking its toll.
I'm Fania Helm. I'm Neil's wife, and I'm a psychologist here in Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay, wonderful, great. Okay, all right. So moving on. Let's see here. So I want to kind of talk about different races that you know I seem to know exist. I mean, I don't claim to know it all, and I haven't had face-to-face contact with anyone. I have had apparitions appear in my room, so I do believe, you know, I was visited by higher dimensional beings. I have seen light beings, you know, appear in front of me in my room. Since I've come across this path, I do see what I guess you would call dimensional blips, like red flashing lights, or orbs moving through the room, or a lot of like violet blue flashes, and then it's just pretty much, you know, once you get in tune to this line of thinking and start going down the line of enlightenment and ascension, you start tuning yourself into other multi-dimensional things, and this stuff starts happening to you. I have seen quite a number of light ships since I've started this study. I started about 2 years ago is when I started it, and I don't want to get too far into it, but I have had a couple of experiences while I'm fortunate enough. I'm at work, and while I do government work, and you know, I do have, you know, ability to get on the internet and spend a lot of time researching, and I'll do a lot of writing and preparation and stuff. And when I'm really hot and heavy and going through the motions and really writing good stuff, and got a lot of good positive energy going on about it, I'll go outside and take a break. And a couple of times I've seen a light ship just popping through, just coming through like that, you know, moving across the sky. No nav lights, no flashing strobes, nothing. And again, you know, I explained, you know, when we did these events last year, how we saw, you know, a couple of light ships come through. So, but a lot of the information. And I do get stuff channeled to me a lot when I'm in a meditative state and I'm thinking about things, and I get a lot of messages that I do believe that are channel messages that come through extraterrestrials, and you know, that's where, you know, even some of this information comes through. A lot of it comes through research, through contactees, through people like the Billy Muir case is what I started, where I first started studying. Is the first thing I stumbled across, where he had contact with a Pleiadian named Semyasi, I believe, and just all the things that were written about it and things that she was teaching him just seemed to make, you know, perfect sense. It really did, and it really kind of resonated with me, and so this talk about different types of races. So we got this Pleiadian that's talking to Billy Muir, and she's Semyasi. She's a Pleiadian. I guess you would describe as people that look a lot like us, fair skin. They call them the Nordics, if you will, I believe is a label that they give them. And those, you know, they like to call them as the good ones, the white hats, you know, as well as you know, higher dimensional beings. I mean, you can't just look at it on this plane. I mean, there's multi dimensions going on, and beings that exist on higher dimensions that, you know, they're coming down